I do a program for out-of-school youth. They're mostly students 16 to 21, and they're coming into this program having left high school without having graduated or completed. They're coming in from all different points of exit. Some of them are 9th graders, some 10th graders, 11th graders, and some just a few credits shy of graduation. So they all have different needs and sort of coming in at different points of time during the year as well. There's no one point of entry. They don't have a first day of school that's uniform for all of them. It's more a case of understanding what they're trying to show here on this graph. This one looks like they're starting with something that talks about mice over here. And it looks like they're saying mice surviving and a percentage. So down here, obviously 0%, none of the mice are making it. And as we get up to here, most of the mice, or all of the mice at 100% are still alive. And whatever they're doing to these poor guys. Michael, first of all, is sort of a unique student in the sense I've had him for a good 4 years now. He came in at a very low level, an NRS level 1. He's a student that has worked consistently for the last 4 years, very hard. He works also outside of here in a redemption center. And he has just 1 day a week that's available to him to do school, which is Tuesdays, and that stayed the same for at least the last 2 or 3 years. This group here, a little bit better. They're better than half the mice are making it. This group up here, it's not 100%, but we're somewhere close. So this is the group of mice to be in if you're a mouse. Okay? All right. Now what do they ask us? He's somebody that just is persevering, and he's one of my sort of, if I were to choose a kid that was a hero for me, he's one of them, because he's just refuses to give up and continues to apply himself and continues to make great progress. I mean, he's within sort of, he can sense the finish line now. He'll graduate within the next 6 to 12 months. The window, and they're going to maybe confuse you. And what you want to do is to try to get to where you can eliminate a couple of the choices right off the bat. And then get down to 2 choices maybe. In this case there's 5, so 3 choices. And out of that 3, you're going to be able to eliminate a 3rd choice. And you're probably going to get down to 2 choices that are pretty good. When I was working with him this morning, we were working on some test-taking strategies. And he got a chance for me to do something I do often with students, is to allow them sort of a window inside my brain. And I'll take the test with them sometimes, or at least a question or two, and I'll think out loud and speak to them as if I'm teaching them, but really what they're hearing is my thinking process or my thought process as I do this test. And it gives them sort of what I say is a window inside my mind, and to listen to me as I sort of sort through and try to deal with a question that's occurring on an exam. And I'm trying to do a couple of things. I'm trying to demonstrate some test-taking strategies that would apply to just about any test they might be dealing with, and also to listen to, or to let them have the opportunity to listen to me think my way through a problem, and revisit some of the information as I need to, and revisit the question as I need to, and sort of try to sort and piece this back together to the point where I can come up with a solution that I feel confident. And I want them to be able to let me model this, or let me demonstrate this, and then they can turn and take this model and do it themselves. Last two. Let's hope one of these is a good one. All cancer cells eventually become stage 4. We've got stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4 in terms of cancer cells with these mice. Does it look like all these stages eventually become stage 4 from the information you see here?
Yes.
You think so? You think these graphs are going to merge? What makes you say that? Each kid that was here this morning was working on something independent from maybe his neighbor or his peer, and needed different types of help, or did not need as much help. And I kind of circulate in the room or in the classroom among the students, giving help and offering instruction as it's needed, and then backing off when it's not needed. One of the things I'm trying to do probably as much as anything is to help these kids become self-directed learners, and that's kind of been the heart and soul of my program for the last several years, is not so much for the kids to need me, but for the kids to not need me, and for me to be sort of a coach or an expediter and kind of moving them along, but not be a crutch too. Anything you want me to go over with you? No. Okay. Well, you don't have to. So I think I'm taking it that you're understanding this pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're probably finding quite a bit of it sort of a review, and sometimes it's presenting some things that maybe you hadn't had before, but hopefully it's presenting it in a way you understand it. All right. Well, if you need me, I'm here.